So I'm going to just click on the Chrome setup file, which is going to start the installation of Google Chrome, and then click yes. And I'm going to minimize this browser here, and you can see the installation of the Google Chrome browser has been started. So it will take few minutes depending upon the speed of your internet to download the Google Chrome browser. So I will wait for the download to complete. And now you can see the installation process has been started, and the installation is done really fast. And straight away after the installation, the Google Chrome browser will start. So this is the browser which is going to start. This is the Google Chrome browser. And also
of this video. Once you're on the downloads page, it should look something like this. You want to click on the big download button in the middle of the screen, and then you want to select where you want to save the Spotify installer. In this case, I'm going to use my desktop. So now we've got the Spotify setup downloaded to our computer. We just need to right click it and open it, and then it will go ahead and install Spotify right to our computer. This can take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, depending on the speed of your computer. Once installed, Spotify should open up automatically, where you can go ahead and log into your account. If you don't have one,
you just need to click on this executable file and then click yes. And I'm going to minimize the browser. And here you just need to click on the next button. And here you can choose the preferred language. I will choose English, which is the default language. But if you want to choose any other language, you can choose from here. Just click next. This will be the location where Steam will be installed on your system. So if you don't have the good reason to change it, just leave it as default and just click on the install button. And it's that fast to install Steam on your Windows 10 operating system. So you can see this icon is also created on my Windows desktop, and you can see this checkbox is already checked. So when I click on finish, the Steam will launch on my Windows 10 operating system. Now at this point it's going to say downloading updates, so you need to wait for some time for those updates to finish. So now after some time I can see this window where I can create a new account, or I can log in, and then I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to minimize the browser. Now you will be able to see this installer window, which will ask you to provide the language in which you want to install VLC Media Player. I will leave it as default, which is English, and then click OK. And then you just need to click next, and then you just need to read this license terms and conditions. And if you agree with those license terms and conditions, you can click next. And then these are the tools which will be installed on your Windows 10 operating system. So I will leave everything as default and then click next. And this will be the location where VLC Media Player will be installed. So if you don't have the good reason to change this path, you can just leave it as default and then click install. And after some time you will be able to see this message which says completing VLC Media Player setup, and you will be able to see this VLC Media Player icon here on your desktop. So you can just leave this checkbox checked, which is going to launch the VLC Media Player once you click on the finish button. So I'm going to just click on finish button, which is going to launch the VLC Media Player. I'm going to just click on this button, and you can see VLC Media Player has been started.
has finished downloading. You now need to run the setup file. You will now end up with a window that looks like this. But before we go any further, you now need to decide if you want to install the AVG Secure browser. I don't want to install this option, so I'm going to deselect it, and you now need to click on Customize. You can now choose where you'd like to install AVG Antivirus. I'm happy for it to be installed on my C drive, so I'm going to leave it like that. And you can go ahead and select which components you would like to install as well. I recommend just leaving it how it is on the recommended protection, but you can go ahead and customize this if you want. We can now go ahead and press install. Once the install has finished, you will then end up with a window that looks like this. We can now go ahead and press continue, and you can now go ahead and run your first scan. As you can see, no threats were detected in any of my browsers, which means I can go ahead and press next, and it's now detected no malware on my computer or any viruses, which is also good news, so I can go ahead and press next as well. There are a few advanced issues which we could go ahead and press resolve, but you do need to have the premium version of AVG when it comes to doing the advanced issues. I'm just going to go ahead and press resolve now to show you this. There we go. As you can see, there's a 1-year subscription, which is currently £19, or you can choose the monthly subscription, which is £4.99 a month. I'm going to go ahead and close this window, and I'm now going to close down this trial window as well, as I'm not interested in the trial. We can now go ahead and press skip for now. I do recommend you give the free version of AVG a go before purchasing the schedule in a smart scan once a month, which I do recommend you keep that ticked. We can now go ahead and press done again, and we can ignore this unless you want AVG on your mobile. And there we go. As you can see, we have basic protection.
File and minimize my browser, and then just click on yes. So here you can see the installer has been started, so you just need to click on the install button. Now here on the next window I can see this optional offer, which is AVG antivirus free. I don't want to install this additional software, so I will just click on decline, and it's going to start the installation of CCleaner. So the installation is really fast. It's going to install really fast, and you can see once it's installed, you will be able to see CCleaner icon on your desktop, and you can launch the CCleaner after the install by just clicking on the run CCleaner button. So once the CCleaner is open, you can do the health check by just clicking on this button, take my PC health check. But I'm going to just cancel this, and I'm going to show how you can use CCleaner. So first of all, here I can see I'm going to just click on executable file, and then I'm going to click on yes, and I'm going to minimize the browser here. And the first window here will be this kind of window where it will ask you to agree with the license terms and conditions, and this will be the default location where WinRAR will be installed on your Windows 10 operating system. So if you don't have the good reason to change it, just leave everything as default and then click on install. Now in this next window you are going to see this setup window, so just leave everything as default. You can just check this checkbox which says add WinRAR to desktop, and if you want to add WinRAR to the start menu, then you can also check this checkbox. So I'm going to check both these checkboxes, and then I'm going to just click on OK. And you can see as soon as you do this, you will be able to see this WinRAR icon on your Windows desktop. And here your WinRAR installation is successfully completed, so you can just click on done. So this will be the location where your WinRAR is installed. So I'm going to just close this window, and when I start WinRAR for the first time, so I'm going to just click on the WinRAR icon here. As I have told you, it will give you this kind of window first of all whenever you open the free version of WinRAR. So just close this window, and then you can.
Right now here you can see it's loading, and here you can see I already installed it and already signed in. That's why it's showing open. So if you are first time, you just need to sign in with your Gmail. So right now click on open. So after open on this, here you can see this is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, all are here. You
click on this option to enter your product key, and in this box enter your product key and click this orange button. In this next section, you need to provide authorization for automatic annual renewal. You can disable this later, and I've created a separate tutorial on how to do this. So you'll need to enter your credit card information here, then scroll down, agree to the terms of sale, and click the Start Subscription button. Next, you'll see these two options. This first option is for installing Norton on your computer. Click the Agree and Download button, you'll see the screen and a download prompt. Click Save File, and then go to your browser's download section. I'm using Firefox here. And then click on the downloaded file. It begins the downloading process and then begins the installation process. You will probably see a prompt like this. Click Yes and let it complete the initialization process. On this screen, click the Install button. As it begins installing, you'll see various screens like these. And if you encounter this error, just restart a computer. And once it restarts, it will automatically complete the installation and run the live updates. But that's pretty much it.
It's visible Adobe Photoshop Express. Click on Get in Store app and click on Open Microsoft Store. Minimize. Now here you can see the app section is visible, owned by Adobe, which is fine. Click on Get. Now it will download and then install.
Isinya apa ini ya, kita buka. Minyak putih khusus bukan. Isinya makanan tambahan kit plus. Oh, bawang isinya nih. Bawang.
The download and installation completed. Click on Open. Now Adobe Photoshop Express will open. Okay, click on Next. 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 These are only the features. Click on Get Started. Herein you can log in using Google, Facebook.
www.opera.com. You'll find the download Opera button in the first. Click on that. Now a download will start. If it is not started automatically, click on the try again button. As you can see, I have downloading the Opera setup. This is the executable file, which is around 2.7 MB only, and it will help you to install the file. Let me open the downloaded directory. Yes, let me minimize the browser. Now you can close the Microsoft Edge or any other browser which have used to download the Opera setup. Now this is the executable file which is not installed. Just right click on that and select open. Now accept and install. Guys, you should connect it with internet to download some supportive files from the Opera to install the browser. Yes, within a minute it has downloaded, depend on the internet speed, and it is extracting and installing. Now as you can see, a desktop icon, the Opera browser is added. Now it's time to delete the executable file which you downloaded. Let me delete that. Yes, once you install it, automatically launches for you in the first start. Let me close it.
This Firefox setup.exe file is downloaded. Just click on this exe file and let me minimize my browser so we can see the installation process. So you can see when you click on the exe file, it's going to extract the Firefox browser, and the first window which will appear here will look like this. So just select yes here, and now the installation wizard for Firefox is started. So I'm going to just click on next here. Just choose the standard version and then click on next. This will be the location where your Firefox browser will be installed. So if you don't have the good reason to change it, just click on install button, which is going to start the installation of Firefox browser on your Windows 10 operating system. It's not going to take much time. You can see the icon is already created on my Windows 10 desktop. Just click on finish, which is going to launch the Firefox browser on your Windows 10 operating system. So you can see now Firefox browser has been started.
Then you will get steps like this, this pop-up will come and we'll install this one. So it is 82%, right? When it got 100%, then you will get installed, and the final screen will be like this. And today is like this, 3 years it has been activated for my PC. And one more thing is, it will ask to enable like Chrome Web Store. It automatically asks and will give the activation, means this plugin we can enable it. So that how we can get is like So once it is done, before clicking on this any website, it will shows like it is secured or not, something like that. We will get we can open the secure links. And one more thing is we can scan the entire system. So shortcut is here, and if I click on here, then it will show everything is
installation. So just select Windows 10 and then click on start here, and the first window which will appear here will be like this. So from here you need to choose the Windows 10 ISO file. Okay, so because I have more than one ISO file, so I'm going to choose this file, which is Windows 10 ISO file, which is the same name as this file name which I have downloaded in the ISO file. Okay, so make sure this is the Windows 10 ISO file name, and then click on start, and you can see the installation process has been started. So now I can see this window. Here you can choose a language in which you want to install Windows 10. So by default it's English United States, so I will leave it as default. Also you can choose the time and currency format. I will leave it as English United States, but you can choose any other time and currency format. And for the keyboard, I'm going to choose the German keyboard because I have the German keyboard layout on my laptop. So let me just choose the German keyboard layout. And this is the keyboard layout you will have on your laptop or on your keyboard. Okay, so you can choose the language, time and currency, and keyboard input method. Then click on next here, and then click on install now. So you can see setup is starting now. Now on the next window you will see the agreement license terms and conditions window. So you can read all these license terms and conditions, and if you agree with them, you can just check this checkbox which says I accept the license terms, and then click on next. Now here on the next window you will see which type of installation do you want. First is upgrade, install Windows and keep files, settings and application. Second is install Windows 10 only. So I'm going to choose the second one, which is the install Windows 10 only option. Now on the second window you will see this option which says where do you want to install Windows. Just leave it as default. If you want, you can create a new drive also, but I generally leave it as default, and then click on the next button. And now the installation of Windows will start here. You can see these are the stages, so you need to wait for all the stages to be finished. So now the stages are finished, and automatically I can see the next window here, and now the Windows 10 is starting, and after some time I can see this window. So again you need to just wait for some time, so the installation might take some time for the completion. Now on this next window I can see this window which says let's start with the region. Is this right? So I'm going to just choose United States from here, but you can choose any other region of your choice from this list, and I'm going to just click on yes. And now you can choose the keyboard again. So is this the right keyboard layout? So again I'm going to choose the German keyboard layout because I have the German keyboard layout. So I'm going to choose this one and then click on yes. And now it says want to add second keyboard layout. If you want to add second keyboard layout, you can click on add, or otherwise you only want to have one keyboard layout, then click on skip. And now on this next window you will be prompted to sign in with your Microsoft account. So if you have any Microsoft account, you can give your Microsoft account email ID here, or otherwise if you don't have any Microsoft account and if you don't want to log in with your Microsoft account, you can choose this option which says domain join instead. So I'm going to choose this option which says domain join instead, and here you need to give the name of your PC. So I'm going to give the name CB in my case. You can choose any name for your PC and then click on next. And now you can give the login password to your Windows 10 operating system. So I'm going to choose a simple password for now, and then I'm going to confirm this password and then click on next. Now I have to give three security question answers. So what was your first pet name, for example? I'm going to just write bingo and then click on next. You will be asked to provide the second question answer. So the second question is childhood name. So I'm going to just say, let's say Tom. And then the third question. So let's choose what's the name of the first school. I will say something and then click on next. And now I can see this window which says do more access device with activity history. If you want to do this, you can click on. Now you can see it says hi, we are getting everything ready for you. This might take several minutes, so at this point I just need to wait for some more minutes. And now in some time I can see this Windows 10 desktop. So now
it's very easy to use. I like how Trend Micro makes it really easy to get to all the features. It's got a big scan button here. Now keep in mind that scan button will do a quick scan.
Downloaded really fast, so I'm going to just click on this file, exe file, and then click on yes, and I'm going to minimize the browser, and you can see this startup window started for the installation. And now I can see this window. So here it says by installing or using the product you agree to its end user license agreement. So I can just click on install button, and you will see this progress bar here on the right hand side of your Windows 10 operating system. So just wait for this process bar to reach to the end. So I will wait for this to finish, and once this process is finished, you can see this window will be launched, and you will also see this Avast icon on your Windows desktop. So the first window looks like this. You just need to click on the continue button here, and if you want to run your first scan, you can click on this button, but I'm going to just close this, and next I will see.
so you're probably going to download right away. Now, in order to find the file, you're gonna go to your download folder, or you could probably find it here in Chrome within the downloads tab right here on the top right. If you're using any other browser, it might be on the bottom left, it might be on the left top side, whichever side it is. Just find the download file that we just downloaded, and then once you have that file, all you have to do in order to install Discord is double click the file. It's that simple. Just go ahead and double click it and give it a second. It takes a while to load, but once it loads, it's gonna look something like this, and it's gonna start installing Discord. Once Discord is installed, it's just gonna pop up with the signing menu, and that's it. You already have Discord installed on your computer, and it's that simple. In my case, I'm already logged in, so that's why I didn't go through the login process. But yeah, if you
Skype is already installed in your system, and if you want to use Skype frequently, just click and select the Skype symbol and drag and drop in your toolbar. So Skype is already there in your toolbar, and just double click it and Skype will start on your system. For the first time when you start your Skype, then it'll give you this page that if you want to use Skype, you need to agree with their terms and conditions, and if you agree, then just click I agree here, and now this Skype sign up page appears.